All right. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Arena Coop. Sorry we missed you last week, but we are back. This is ADWCTA.
This is Merps. All right, we're playing Arena. I actually played a little bit on Friday.
Oh, damn. What'd you play?
I know. I played a Druid and I also played a Paladin. It was pretty miserable. The Paladin had no weapons,
Ugh.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
I played a bunch of Druids actually in the last 2 weeks, and it's hard to get that high roll deck. I definitely was not successful in getting the Arbor up high roll Swarm deck that you face sometimes when you get into high wins these days. But
Yeah. I didn't have Arbor up, but I had the nature studies, which could sometimes discover Arbor up, so I did that.
I
That
think
was
that the way to draft for Druid is actually like still mid range because the Arbor of consistency is not good enough for you to push it in that direction unless you already have it. And the other cards like Savage Roar or Power of the Wild are just not enough to make that like playstyle good enough that you would want to push towards it. You're also facing a lot of paladins, which if they get the board early on, you can't do anything. So I think playing a little defensively is still the way to go. Lunar Eclipse over Mekaru.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We don't need to play this like small token kind of thing. You still have to share your screen.
Oh yeah. Frozen Crusher or Kaboombot?
I remember Kaboombot being pretty bad.
Yep. I'm with
Fortunately.
you.
Yeah.
Frozen Crusher it is.
I guess. I mean, we shouldn't reach towards like a cultist.
Well, we're definitely not reaching towards a cultist. That's
That
not
doesn't make
even
that much
in
sense.
consideration.
Yeah. Let's go with the Crusher. It's fine. Crusher's good. It's a good unit.
Partner assignment or Bogbeam or Savage Roar. I am very down on Savage Roar these days, especially because we don't have the deck for it yet. So I'm okay with either of the other two. I would probably lean towards Bogbeam.
For me, it's either Savage Roar or Bogbeam. I definitely don't mind like a Savage Roar.
Not on pick 3, not without the curve yet. Because even with the curve, Savage Roar is like an okay card. It's just not an insanely great card these days.
I mean, it's fine. But yeah, with the fact that you're auto picking, kind of like yeah, I understand. Like it's there's a lot of cards that do similar things to Savage Roar, and you don't want to get stuck with too many of those in the deck. So
And not only that, Savage Roar just doesn't like your precondition for getting a lot of value out of Savage Roar is much less consistent than it was like I guess like a year ago. Like I think
well,
Savage
people
Roar
just
has
have more
been
responses
getting,
as
yeah,
well.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like Savage Roar is just getting worse and worse.
yeah.
Like it's not bad. Like Bogbeam is a premium card. That's the only reason why we're debating it. Like I would take a Savage Roar over like a Yeti, for example.
All right. Well, Forger's good.
Forger's good.
Ashoka, there are tokens. The problem these days is your confidence in your board sticking is
Super
much
low.
lower. It is much, much, much lower.
Prize vendor.
Yeah, I'm fine with the prize vendor. It's okay.
Living mana.
Living mana, yeah.
That card advantage, yo. Swipe.
Swipe is good.
Oh, Arbor up.
It's got to be Arbor.
Oh, it's definitely Arbor up. But now we're gonna push our deck faster. This is a pretty early Arbor up.
Yeah. This is one of those, like, in that hypothetical, if you could pick everything, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, give me the Orc, give me the Power of the Wild. Let's go.
Fire Plume?
Yeah, I like Fire Plume. Fire Plume is good. Okay, well.
There's one card.
Yeah, there's a card, sure.
Oh, Ooh. I think we gotta go with the Sea Giant instead of the Sword of Scrolls.
Yeah, I think so too. Give me the Sea Giant.
Yeah, we have an Arbor up. An early Arbor up.
Yeah, give me the Sea Giant. Give me the Sea Giant. Man, I really don't want to put anything back in my hand. I wish that was like.
We gotta take it. The other ones are
You
total
still have
trash.
to take it. Yeah, no, I just wish it was not a Brewmaster, but alas, it is a Brewmaster. Take the 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have 1/4. Good second 4. Let's taunt. Okay. Solar Eclipse is the most terrible card ever. Unless my opponent uses it, then it's the best card ever, but it's way too combo-y, way too terrible. Like,
So I mean, yeah, I have used it to good effect. However,
it's been stuck in my hand in my hand so often.
The only time I get good use out of Solar Eclipse is when I discover it with Nature Studies. Because at that point I haven't had it in my hand,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good. I can take the Vanguard.
Good.
I can take the
Double Arbor up, not on turn 7.
No.
Wait,
you know Zubat does things.
I don't think it does.
No, you have a Murloc.
Yeah, I have one Murloc. Like, this is we're halfway in. We have one Murloc.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you're gonna get a
Bog
beast.
Beam.
And you're gonna get a beast.
Are we?
Okay, wait, how many?
Well, this is pick number 15. Right, we have no beast.
You have literally 1/3 right now.
All right, but Zubat's not the one that's gonna win us the game.
Is it not?
No.
Redbeard went 1/3 with double Arbor up. Yeah, the meta's pretty rough nowadays. Like whenever I watch people play Arena, it's pretty common to just like bomb.
Bog Beam.
I think we have too much removals if we do that.
I mean,
too much like just weird stuff.
But we also need.
We have too much weird stuff. Okay, you got Lunar Eclipse. All right, so right now we have 14 cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Lunar Eclipse. You have a Bog Beam.
Mm-hmm.
You have Swipe, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, yeah.
That's not bad.
I think that's
3 situational cards. All of our other cards are playable whenever.
So you're gonna have.
We're gonna end up with 4 situational cards with the Bog Beam. That's not bad at all.
I think I'd take the Zubat, man.
4 situational cards in 15 cards is not bad at all, especially when we don't have most of our curve and we're gonna go for curve cards.
I think I'd take especially because. Okay, like you have one Murloc and you don't have Beasts or Dragons yet, but those are. It's like if you get a Proto Drake,
heavily
if you get a Beast, you're taking that.
Yeah, but we're heavily undered for Zubat in terms of what we have right now. We're going to take curve cards. So in your argument that we're going to take some Beasts, some Dragons, or whatever, we're probably not going to take Dragons. I mean, we may end up with one, but we're going to lean against Dragons. We're going to lean towards curve cards because we have. Probably we want 3 more 2s. We want 3 more 3s.
Yeah, you're going to lean towards curve cards, but.
And because we're leaning towards curve cards, we're leaning against situational cards. So having 4 out of 15 is not bad at all.
All right, you can take the Bog Beam, but I'm worried about this.
Landscaping?
Oh. Really?
Yeah, I'll take a landscaping over to Swipe.
Oh.
Aren't you all about the curve cards? I would rather take a landscaping over a Swipe than a Zubat over a Bog Beam. Because landscaping is way better as a 3 than Swipe is better than Bog Beam.
I mean, look, I think it has to be landscaping, but I don't know about that exchange. I think I would have taken the other way. Anyways, it's landscaping.
Pantry
Spider? Oh, it's my boy.
I think it is your boy. Do we take that over a prize vendor?
Yeah, prize vendor is pretty good.
Yeah, I think you take the prize vendor, right?
Sure. All right, fine. Yeah, we can take the prize vendor. It's fine.
Wow.
Merps now have Pantry too. It's so great.
They just keep trying to give it to you. We're definitely not taking it. We're taking Wrigley.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna tell you guys, okay? Every single time I have played Pantry Spider, it's never let me down. Like, it's in my hand. I'm just like, wow, this is really not that bad.
Steward of Scrolls over the Verdant Longneck.
I think we take the long neck.
So
Don't we just try to push our advantage here?
Yeah, but Longneck
Or
is
try
not good
to?
at pushing advantage.
How?
Like, it fails like a third of the time, and then 2/3 of the time, it's
Well,
like...
no, even if it okay, so you just want like extra stats or extra tempo or something like to make it awkward, right? That means a lot of times you're not just looking for one thing. It's like you're okay with
That's
like
what I
quite
mean.
a
That's
few
why
things.
1/3 of the time it fails. Otherwise, it would fail way more. Like, you're dealing with a premium card versus what is like an average card at best. And it's a 5-drop, and we're going to be forced into actual more 5-drops. And we don't even want to play a 5-drop on 5. Like, this is not the time. The Scrolls for Reach is going to be better for our game plan than Verdant Longneck.
Okay. You can take the scrolls. I'm like, ugh.
Nature Studies.
Nature Studies. All right, yeah. Easy scrolls? Not easy. No, dude.
Okay. We could Glacial Shard or we can Dragon Ball Skystalker. I say we could Dragon Ball Skystalker. We've tried to push the draft up because of the Arbor up. We've gotten nothing. We have basically curve cards and one Wriggling Horror in that game plan. I think this is when you abandon the game plan and go back to mid-range. We tried. We tried, it didn't work. We're going to take curve cards, and we're barely going to get enough curve cards. So this is no longer a pushing deck. You can't get into the trap where you have one Arbor up and you think you're pushing.
It no longer is that sort of deck because you have already been pushing. It's not like we've reached this point and you're like, well, okay, we did everything we... Like, you know, for example, with the Steward of Scrolls pick, right? Like, I agree that...
Well, that wasn't pushing. A 5-drop would not be pushing. That would be like yes, it's more pushing, but it's way less. Like,
it's to continue what you have. But yeah, like you give up the stats by taking the Steward of Scrolls. So yes, I agree with the Dragon Ball. I think we just have kind of been pushing it there ourselves, right? It's not like
no. We've been taking anything and a 2-to-1 value proposition, and they just haven't given us a 2-to-1 value proposition. Like, we've had a thumb on the scale on a...
Even if you're going for value, like, how much do you value, like, the flexibility of Glacial Shard? You know, like, the freeze and everything?
Near as much as Dragon Ball. It's nice that we don't have a 1-drop, so Glacial Shard does feel more of a role.
I haven't been impressed with, like, Dragon Ball. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's just like...
Like, I totally disagree that we haven't had our thumb on the scale. Now, we haven't made any picks as if we've had a thumb on the scale. But that's because the scales have been very tilted against us with what Blizzard's offered us. We would have taken any 2-to-1 value proposition in favor of going like more aggressive. And we never got 2-to-1. We were always offered worse odds than 2-to-1. So, like, that's why I disagree. Like, I know what you mean, and that we haven't been making picks to make this faster, but we were not given the choice to make this faster in a way that doesn't screw us super hard. Like, 2-to-1 is quite a thumb on the scale. Like, this isn't the bucket system. You gotta go with what the decks give you. And at this point, I'm not even putting the thumb on the scale anymore.
But
4-drop or 2-drop, either one works for me.
1, 2, 3.
You want to take the 2-drop because it's better, but we need the 4-drop more. We have a little bit to be able to fill it in.
Just take... Yeah, I think you have to take the 4 here.
Really?
I think you have to take the 4. You don't have enough. Because once you get to turn 4 as well, what are you going to do? You can't play a 3 because you don't have any 1s. You're going to play a 2 in Hero Power? I don't know. Like, you don't have enough 2s for that either.
Well, you will if you take Mana Feeder.
Yeah, that's a specific one, right?
All right, we do have two, we do have two synergies for Groundskeeper.
Yeah. It's also like a 4/5 taunt. Like, that's, you know, Circus Amalgam, but it won't get eaten. Haha. Won't get eaten by Hungry Crab. It's a real thing these days.
What do you want, Rusty or Burrowing Scorpid?
I mean, they're both real good. Maybe Rusty is like better for what we're trying to do.
What do you give me for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you get me? Valentine's Day is over. I know there's a present coming.
I don't know. I always want to take the lower mana one, but here we just took a 4, so this completes our 4s, and Rustied, we can still take one more 5 after the Rustied.
You want the Scorpid just because 4s are more important?
I would much rather have my 4s and have more 4s than not have my 4s, compared to have my 5s rather than more 5s than not have my 5s. But we have taunts. We have groundskeepers. In dire need of taunts. Yeah.
No, it's not
I think
taunts.
I'd rather have Burrowing Scorpid here.
Yeah, the consideration for Rusty isn't about the taunt. It's about the bigger impact right away.
Yeah. I don't think we necessarily need that. Okay, I take Scorpid.
I mean, you can. You have the mouse.
No, I mean like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit more for the Raider.
Okay, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take the Scorpid. Good, Tiger.
Yeah, I'm looking at what we have for the Gibberling.
Nothing that's relevant when the Gibberling is relevant. Like our spells don't match with the Gibberling.
Yeah.
Guardian Og Merchant?
Yeah. Take the better Og Merchant.
Yeah. Ah, there's the 4-drop. We already had a 5-drop. Now I wish that Groundskeeper was a 2-drop. We can still get a 2-drop. But I think we have to take... We can't take another Bog Beam. I do not want a 3rd Bog Beam. That is not how you win this game.
Yeah, you definitely don't take the Bog Beam.
So you could take a 2nd Og Merchant, it's not bad, or you could take a 4-drop. Fire Plume and Burrowing Scorpid are questionable on 4s.
I thought it was definitely the Og Merchant.
Okay, I mean, it makes our deck smaller, and we already have one Og Merchant.
Yeah, but it's I mean, it's just pretty flexible. I think Og Merchants are just really good, like nowadays.
Yeah,
especially yeah.
It still makes our deck significantly smaller than the Divine Rager. And we're going to get outvalued because we don't actually have any of the big Druid cards. We were never offered any of the big Druid cards. I'll take it. I don't think Divine Rager's doing us much. Oh, good. Adorable Infestation.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like, Adorable Infestation on 3 is arguably as useful as the other one, even though we do have some synergies for the other one. Here, Earthen Ring. You can't take another.
Yeah. I'll take our Earthen Ring. We have things that we can heal up.
Harvest Golem. Get another 3 down instead of the Moon Touch.
Yeah, get another actual 3 down.
Ah, thank you, Sneaky Delinquent, for our final 2.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so we have a curve. It is a bare bones curve, but we do have it. And then we are a very mid-range deck. We will not last to the end game, but we are also not going to push the early game. We will have to do our damage in that mid-game chunk.
Ew.
Yep. This is not where you want to be. This is not where we want it to be. But we didn't get offered enough big cards for the end game, and we didn't get offered enough, just like kind of enough curve and small cards to be able to make a token thing actually happen. Like
prediction?
If we tried to go tokens, this would be a worse deck. If we tried to go big, this would also be a worse deck.
We could set the line at 6. Alhud, I think 6 is a good.
So what does that mean? Like, you have to set the line between two numbers.
Like, no, will this get 6 or above?
Oh. I mean, that's a little pessimistic, but okay. I'm okay with that.
I think in this meta, well, it doesn't matter, right? Because people can just bet accordingly.
Yeah,
like
sure.
it's yeah,
Toss it all.
yeah.
Start the grass bet as well.
So guys, grass is ending. Okay, read the end, like, or read the command. By the way, guys, it has started now. So I see like a couple bets before then. You have to wait until the goat tells you it starts.
Yes, please hit it.
Okay. In case you did not hear me, this is going to be specifically for Hell Week. Okay, Hell Week, you finally got it. I'm like, for those of you who bet, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call out Hell Week specifically. Oh my gosh.
A clear garden for a clear mind.
All right, it's fine. You could lunar
into landscaping,
and then yeah, it's pretty good.
what am I killing off?
The 2/3.
Like
Yeah.
the mech.
Yeah, sorry, the mech. Yes, the one that spawns us an additional unit.
All right, let us arbor up.
Well, it's like even a swipe is fine.
Business is booming.
It's actually really annoying.
Yeah, but
do you want to
you
nature
arbor
studies
up.
first? Yeah, why not? Get out of the way.
Yeah, you are, bro.
Gotta run 2 in.
Yeah, you got to run 2 in. 4/4 goes to face. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure. If he wants to push it in and hero power or like whatever, he can do whatever. I'm not taking like bad trades.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you look at that arbor up, it wasn't that great. It was good, but it wasn't like
Good.
that great.
It was good. Okay.
Play of hero.
Yeah, sure. Let's see what the 3-drop is.
Bad. We're gonna kill that?
That thing is gonna die. Yeah. All right.
I'm like, can we leave it alone? Nope, we can't.
Would have loved to ignore it. If it was just like a normal
okay.
3/3.
That's better than if it were a 4/3.
Iggy keeps hiccuping. What is she? What is she?
Oh, this guy doesn't play this game.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, we're almost there.
Uh-huh. Gonna just bone true and go face.
Yeah.
We will hold the Black Temple.
Actually, no. He probably wants to do that so that we can make a mistake and trade.
Oh, I see. That's fair.
Like, why not let us trade, right? You know, he could be doing 200. I mean, he could have just messed it up by not thinking. But if you think about it, it's like, you know,
It doesn't hurt him much.
right? Like, if he could bait us into trading, that's advantageous for him rather than not give us the option at all. There you go. There you go. So he could be like 200 IQ. That's kind of a 200 IQ thing to do.
As usual, the new play is often the 200 IQ play as well.
Yeah. If I were in his position,
yeah, I think that's really the mark of a well-designed strategy game, though. When the noob play is the 200 IQ play, because that's generally what strategy is, right? Like you have to be able to have all of your choices be meaningful at least some of the time. So if one of your choices is just always the wrong play, then you're just forcing the user to like do busy work. You want to brew it back? I don't really want to brew it back.
No, you don't brew it back.
But I do want to start 2-2. So
right, so you do master into
that's
the...
terrible.
Whatevs.
You know what? I'm going to brew it back.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to brew it back.
Because you think he's going to dagger it?
No, I just don't mind. I can't have the one that remains to be a 2-2 over a 3-2. Like, I think that has a bigger cost to your board than, like, misordering the two has a bigger cost to your board than keeping the additional tempo out in terms of,
sure.
You also
and then there is a chance that it doesn't even get brewed back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Like, there is a chance that he just plays a 3-2 here or kills it or whatever, right?
Oh. Look at that.
Where my trees at?
Or, you know, this saves it.
Drink with me, friend.
Right? Otherwise, you would have had to make the trade and play a 2-2. So you do get a little face damage in here. It's not.
I mean, the thing I'm afraid of is he's able to get rid of that, and then oh boy.
Yeah, it's fine. We're trading a 2 for a 2.
Yeah.
We're putting landscaping out to set up a swipe. Like, it's all fine. Oh, okay. Even better.
Alright, landscaping. Much better now.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to preserve his snail. I can see that. You could just chomp the snail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just chomp the snail.
What do you think about hero power and Tortolini?
Dangerous. Nah, I think it's dangerous. Like, unnecessarily so.
Need something unusual?
If you swipe,
okay
you can
just a tiger.
Yeah, like
the swipe is not that much better than the tiger.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same thing, except you get to get rid of his stuff immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, and you hero power harvest golem doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Right, so we just do it. Trade,
the tiger?
Trade, tiger.
Yeah, sure.
What could be in here?
Just drag them all.
Are you going face?
If you want, I don't mind. Yeah, you know,
I-
that's
I-
probably
I
the right
think
play.
you- Yeah, I think you do. I think you
Drag 'em
actually
all, go
expose
face,
it.
right? Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we do have a heal.
Yep.
A charming composition.
Score!
Okay, we're gonna Lunar the 4/4, swipe the other 4/4, hit in, and then play a Harvest Golem.
Yeah, yeah, sure. That sounds good. Ludo is a good pickup.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real good pickup.
And we can Tortolan Groundkeeper Hero Power, hopefully win by, okay, that's fine. Arbor up! We can't really Arbor up yet. Tortolan, Groundskeeper, and like just Hero Power him to the face?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you ever just
Tortolan Arbor up?
Oh no, that too. But
I wonder.
I'm wondering if you're living mana.
No.
That's what the
Unless
deal
you want
with
to
it.
kill it and then living mana, you mean?
Yeah, like kill it, hero power, and living mana. That's a lot of pressure on him.
I wonder.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
I'll get even!
Make sure you hero power first, then.
Mm-hmm.
For the wild.
Like, this isn't an easy board for rogues to deal with.
Oh, Pedre. I've only seen one Pedre this entire time, by the way.
I know. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like that's the perfect answer for him, but
oh,
oh,
wow.
okay,
Fine.
it wasn't. He only gets what, like 2 spells?
Yeah.
3? Or
Yeah.
how much is that?
Like, if he lugs into it, he lugs into it, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play around like a rogue blizzard or flame strike.
Yep. Also, if he's a rogue blizzard, this is not a bad option.
Yeah, I mean it's okay, but it's just like, all right, fine. Box silence, yeah. All right.
You can Tortolan Wriggling.
Yeah, start with
Arbor
the
up.
Tortolan.
Ah, but then you don't get the heal. You don't just Groundkeeper Arbor up. I just want to Groundkeeper Arbor up. I think the heal is too important for us.
I wonder.
You know what? That's fine.
A clear garden for a clear.
Or we can Tortolan Wriggling Horror.
Right. Actually, is that better?
No.
That might be better.
I mean, Arbor up is obviously better, but
But like then you get the initiative with the Arbor up when you do use it.
assuming.
Fine, just arbor up then. If you're worried, you can just arbor up. Like the extra stat matters with the taunt right now, anyways. You
And
know?
Wriggling Horror gets initiative too, right? Like,
Sure.
What a day!
Home in the shadows.
Yes, trade. Okay. Wow. Nice.
well,
Let's start off with
just
the-
Groundskeeper Tortolan.
Yeah, start off with the Tortolan.
Beetleberries, my favorite.
Oh. Wow.
So we can Wriggling Groundskeeper Sea Giant.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna wriggling?
The Groundskeeper, I guess.
Yeah, along with
the 4/2.
Sure, I'm fine
A
with that.
clear garden for a clear
Yes. Yeah, play that. Kill the 1/2. Yeah. So next turn you could bop like the 2/1 into something to execute it, but so you would have to use the 5/2 first to make sure
option.
that would die. But this is like if you're trying to find lethal in some way.
You're paying for my discretion.
Time for an experiment.
Wow.
Soon.
Okay.
Oh.
Either Sea Giant and then Hero Power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mosh doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then kill off the mech.
Okay.
Try one.
Yeah, make sure you kill off the mech.
For the wild.
I get
Yay. Well, he did a lot of things, but we got there.
You blizzarded.
He needed a blizzard, and he did a blizzard.
You did.
Okay. Let's get this anti-snipe protection thing going on here.
Oh my god.
Happening. Gotta do the anti-snipe. Uh-oh. Weird things are happening. Okay. Okay. Got it. We got it. It's okay. Alright. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. Alright. Okay. We actually got this. We're good now.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
I mean, starting at 2-0, it's too easy to get sniped.
Too easy.
Do you keep an arbor up? I think it's 2 game winning to give up.
We could keep it. It's good. It is real good.
Can't use it. I think you just do nothing.
I think you just do nothing, yeah.
Raphael says, just thought I'd let you know some people anti-snipe or burst snipe. Whatever, I make sure to not queue into your guys while you do a raw neck ready go. Well, thank you. We appreciate everybody who purposefully avoids us.
Yep.
K Morgan says, whenever Autoquit does the anti-snipe thing, I feel good that I kept suggesting it. Yeah, guys, thanks for pushing it. It is, like, once I got the hang of it, it's not that bad to use. And, you know, I estimate it works about 3 times out of 4. So that's pretty good snipe protection, all in all.
Just drop the Worg and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then coin the Arbor up and win the game.
Coin Arbor up. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Coin Lunar Eclipse Arbor up.
Oh.
A diet high in
Rip. No,
Aww. Well, no point in Lunar Eclipse anymore. Just coin the Arbor up.
Coin Arbor up. Yep. Oh, man.
Oh, that's so terrible. He just kills everything.
I know he just killed. Well, he doesn't kill everything, but like, he's
Coin
gonna
a
get value
tiger.
out of his
Coin a tiger. Follow it with Arbor up. That's the play.
All right, we could do that.
Because you can follow it up with the Lunar Eclipse Arbor up.
Yeah, you do get better use out of the Lunar Eclipse, probably. It's coin Tiger and chill. There are dangers with that.
It's fine though. If we Arbor up, we lose. Like the 110 like gets the kill off of our other guy. Oh, sorry, our other guy just dies. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, so you Lunar Eclipse the 110, Arbor up, make the trade, and kill the 110.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you Lunar
Unless
Eclipse,
you don't
kill
care
the 2-5,
about
go
the-
face, right? That's your other option.
Yeah, you go face if you don't. Like, do you care about the 110? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do, actually. Do
Okay.
you?
So then do you want to not Lunar Eclipse, just Arbor up and go face? Take the hit
Yeah,
with
you
the
just-
5-5?
Wait, take the hit.
Like,
with
kill the
what?
2-5 with the 5-5, so that you keep your 5-2 alive.
Time waits for no one.
No, I thought we would just push it in with the 3-1. That's now a 5. Anyways, you Arbor up, right?
What? So you're gonna just take the trade?
It's up to you. It's broken. But yeah. I'm pushing the more damage here.
I'm okay with the damage route. It's a little more vulnerable, but you are, like, pushing him, so whatever. You also do keep the Lunar Eclipse
Yeah.
for a better target.
It's just like, man, giving the 110 taunt sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder.
What a day!
Okay. Could just frozen crusher. Yeah.
Kill it. Why not?
Yeah, you kill it. That's fine. I mean, he rustied. I was like, kind of whatevs. Crusher, no other option? No, there's definitely other options.
Yeah.
We still Crusher, but no. Like, I hate the way some of you guys phrase this. It's like, no. When you're like, no other play, it's like, no, I think it's closer than you guys think it is.
Try this.
That's a much better Eclipse if we want to use it.
We may have to use it.
Well, what are we doing with the Crusher?
Going face.
Yeah. That would be nice. We can't use it next turn, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, we can't. We can't go face with it. And we're gonna have to kill the 3/3 and heal it back up because we're playing the heal to
It's
this
off the
turn.
middle of my bed, so I have room.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make the plays.
Yeah, just make the plays. Iggy! Yeah, play the stealth.
Because we don't really have a plan to finish him if we go
We'll be
face.
fine. It wasn't that.
So this game is gonna just be longer than we want to. Okay. Tortolan Sea Giant.
You could also do the the
ping it.
taunt. Yeah. It's not bad. It's more vulnerable to execute.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. That's kind of the only problem with it.
I'd rather Tortolan Sea Giant.
Sure. Yeah, just get the double 8/8s out there.
Beetleberries, my favorite.
Great.
Boulder Fist? No.
No. Like, you want two things that automatically cover the 5/7. Like, you playing something that doesn't take care of the 5/7 on its own is bad.
What now?
That's fine. We don't quite have lethal.
I wonder.
Yeah, the problem you always have with like trying to push face with the 8/8 is you get a turn of not being able to use it.
We just Guardian Og Merchant it and then kill the 5/5.
Sure. I
And
think
then
that's
we play
fine.
the
And then you're
Vulture.
dropping the Vanguard. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just going face as a 3/1.
Yeah, I'm not missing out on this damage though. Because you have a 2/1 out there anyways. The difference between a 3/1 and 2/1 is like. You could trade and then Og Merchant it. No, with 5 health, I'd rather just Og Merchant it first.
Because once you Og
Or like
Merchant
with
it,
the
he
5
just
attack.
pings it there, or he does any kind
Yeah.
of board cleary stuff. And then we already have 2 things with 1 health in it. You're just putting all of your things in one basket.
Like,
and we don't need to raise our swing right now. We need to lower our swing because we're winning.
you always want to think about kind of like what class you're facing, how much damage they could deal, and what is the damage
What
threshold.
now?
With a 5 attack Smug Senior, I would just take the shield right away.
I must choose.
All right.
Play a pistol, he doesn't heal twice, throw the 2-1 and play a Dragon Maul.
Yeah.
We're starting to run out of steam. And he just did a gigantic heal. It may have even been worth it to prize vendor. Just so we could potentially get it so he doesn't heal.
I wonder.
We have a couple Bog Beams, Burrowing Scorpid, Fire Plume Phoenix. Oh, he had a Primordial Drake the whole time? Damn, he just like chose not to use it.
Yep. All right, well, Frozen Crusher is good.
We don't Living Mana, we prize vendor and Boulder Fist.
You could Living Mana. This is right after he uses Prime Drake. This is
but
also
nothing's dead. You only get 5.
You only get 5,
don't
but
have
then you also
anything
get
else to do.
mana.
Huh?
But then you also
You have
like
nothing
you
to
also
do with your
don't
other
use
mana
it
this
that
turn,
much.
though.
Yeah, but you also don't give him a card.
Yeah, that's fine. Guess I'll do it.
Yeah,
Put
it
on the
boosts it
5/4.
from 5/4 just to
Deal
deal
more damage.
I might put it on the 8/5 just so it's not 1 health.
I don't care.
There's a lot more
about
pings
the-
than there is about 2
I don't
damage.
care about the Frozen 8-1.
I still do. There's a lot more pings than there are 2 damage.
I don't disagree with you, but I am like, you could always ping a 1-1, right? So he's pinging a Frozen 8-1 over a regular 1-1, and you're losing out on 1 face damage. And
Like
your
I would have done
attack
this
damage.
if this threatened lethal, right? But if he armors up, we still don't have lethal.
Yeah, but you're forcing him to armor up now, at least.
Sure.
What now?
And, like, we can top deck lethal. Fire Plume, Burrowing Scorpid. Nature Studies, Wriggling Horror, Stewardess Girls. Like, he's not feeling good. Like, I don't know why you could care so much about the 8-1. It's dead to me already. It did its job. Like, by the time we get it back so that it can do something, we better have already won the game. And if we haven't, then we want more space for this living mana.
It could be dead to you, but it's not actually dead yet.
It's dead. It's dead. It's just taking up board space right now. Ah, see, deal 2 damage. Didn't even matter. Did he cleave first?
I don't know. He's doing things strange. He's doing
See,
things
there
strange.
was our lethal if you didn't get at it. I don't think we can living mana. I think we have to save living mana for like a last thing. You want to hero power it, fire plume it, and then trade your 2 small guys and go face the
Yeah,
2
sure.
big guys.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
For the wild.
Crusher being useful for once is still disrespected. Hey, Crusher was very useful, alright?
It was good.
We played it on curve.
Fine.
We decided not to go face with it. We killed a whole bunch of stuff with it. It like won us the game quite like. I mean, we set it up good, but it really won us the game.
It was good. It was good. It was quite good.
We go 12. You gotta gild that Crusher because you guys are just being mean to it now. I mean, it's frozen. You know, like that's not.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're trying to.
It's not our fault that it's frozen, right? It's kind of the Crusher's fault that it's frozen. When we have a card in our hand that needs board space, and we're about to kill the opponent, right? Like, even if he hadn't killed the Crusher would have never unfrozen. He would have conceded before the Crusher. So the fact that he actually spent resources to kill the Crusher was bad for him. Like, it's just when the Crusher is at low health, it's just dead. It's totally fine. Like, just let it be dead. It's okay. Not every single minion lasts forever. This is what you learn in Hearthstone very early on. In fact, most minions don't even last past one turn.
Yep.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! I must protect the wild.
You keep the Adorable Infestation as just like a playable thing.
Yeah, I think I do. We don't have that much flexibility in the early game.
Nope, I'm with you. You don't Guardian Og Merchant. Do you? Actually, you might.
You might.
Nazat doesn't exist anymore.
I don't hate playing it. Like, it's...
Time waits for no one.
Yeah.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
They cannot stop my work.
Alright.
Fully.
Yep.
Beetleberry, my favorite.
Okay. Alright. Whoa. It's gonna be a really cheap rush.
3 mana, 5/8.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to axe whatever we put down. You want to give him an Earthen Ring to axe, or you can Adorable Infestation and then put another 1/1 out there. And he axes that.
Yeah.
And then a 2/2 and a 1/1. You're in kind of the same place, but I don't know if Adorable Infestation is. Actually, Adorable Infestation is kind of better. You know, an Adorable Infestation, the 2/1, and then
The 2/1, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, are you playing the 1/1, or are you just here?
You're
playing.
You're definitely playing the 1/1.
Right?
If
Yeah.
you're doing that.
Yeah, you play it.
Otherwise, you just Earthen Ring. That's fine too.
If you're doing the infestation this turn, it literally is just to get more damage, right?
No, you're more powerful on the board.
Yeah, I mean, the 1/1s I guess are better. Yeah, you're just splitting it up a little bit more.
With the Earthen Ring, you're basically saying, I'm going to eat the 2/2 the next turn if he doesn't take care of everything on the board. Right? Because you have the infestation.
Unity, precision.
Oh.
That's fine.
Is it?
Like, I mean, I don't care. Dude.
Oh. That's good. Just going double face?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I'm not... I don't need to trade into that thing. Okay.
Boy, if only the Shattered Rumbler can do something. Kill the 2/1, play landscaping. Because next turn you're gonna Shatter Rumbler.
Yeah, you could Lunar Eclipse, Hero Power, and Landscaping.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine with that. What's the stupid elemental again? Oh. Yeah.
Like, we're losing. We're going to lose. He played what's his face on turn 1. We're not going to win this game. So if we are going to win, it's going to be because of gigantic swings. So we're gonna have to take every risk we possibly can.
Oh, like that?
Yes. Like, this is a risk working out. Go face, play Shatter Rumbler.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. That was pretty tame.
Yep.
The animation.
The effect wasn't that great either. It dealt 3 damage.
Yeah, it didn't really do much. Okay. That was also fine.
Bonjour.
Just do the
They will
Vanguard.
hold the Black Temple. For the crusade!
It's big. Damn, yo. So you could Hero Power the 6/4. You could Lunar Eclipse, and you can Burrowing Scorpid.
Yeah. I think that's the play.
Yeah, I mean you can't have that 6 power thing over there. Are you going face or are you killing off the thing? Going face, right? Good. Good.
Guy's an insane deck.
What now?
I could have hidden Earthen Ring, but
Nah.
you know, like Hero Power, head into the 6 whatever, Earthen Ring, and then play like a sneaky delinquent or just kill off the 4/3.
You aren't even ready for this.
Like, this is just the most ridiculous, insane synergized deck. He has so many of these, it's like guaranteed.
Oh my god. Wow. Pretty crazy. Ooh.
Oh no, we only have 9.
Yeah, you only hit. At the same time.
I think he's sneaky delinquent then.
Sure.
Or you can hit in and then Earthen Ring it, but I don't see the point.
I wonder.
Yeah, okay. So you want to get like an extra healing and everything? Yeah, I like it. I was actually just gonna ask, do you do it? I guess you do, because if he just trades down, right?
He's gonna have.
Then
We
use
have no
Pop
chances.
too,
He has
but,
too many
yeah.
rushes. They're all going to hit everything. Like nothing's gonna be alive besides this stealth guy.
Yeah. Hmm. It's got a lot of fishies.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's our out. Nature studies, come on. Oh wait, no, it doesn't work. We have no outs.
Wait, what were you looking for?
We have no outs. We're dead. All right, trade into the 4/3. Play stuff.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
okay,
you could go face,
wait.
play the tiger. But we're dead. We have face to worry about. You can't even heal your way out of it.
Shit.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, if you go face, it would have to be heal face and hero power, and you can't develop, right? So that's worse. Oh god, yeah, that's terrible. Okay, do this, and then we heal, and then we tiger. God damn it. Go face and earthen ring on face, which leaves us at 1. Yeah, but then you have to hero power, and then you can't like develop what you want to develop, right?
Yeah,
so,
and then you can't finish it off the next turn, even if you nature studies into the highest damage card.
Yeah.
The more risky play there is to not heal your face and instead play the Spectral with the Frozen Crusher, with the idea that he has to kill a Frozen Crusher, which is more health than what we put out there.
Yeah.
But it's still, none of this matters, right? He won the game on turn 1. Oh, Omega Assembly's back in the meta.
Oh. Great.
I concede.
All right.
Okay, but that was an insane deck. Yup.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
What happened turn 1 that was so bad? We were facing a warrior. What do you think happened turn 1 that was so bad? I'll give you a hint. It happens to half the warriors you face. This is good.
This is good. Yeah, this is good. All right. Good. This is good.
Like, you don't beat that unless you have the most insane deck, and we obviously don't.
Nope. All right. Just play our things. We're getting more options for things.
Can someone link the Habel, the best warrior card in the game? Landscape face.
Yeah. I want more stats immediately. It's my stats and I want it now.
Especially because we Fire Plume probably, so we'll just be trading.
I challenge you to Makara!
Interesting.
Alright.
Groundskeeper double face. Do you want to kill
Yeah.
them off? Oh, we can heal one of them.
You could heal one, but like you have to push both. You could push them, I guess. Because I guess he could like execute your thing. Oh man.
We don't really care if he executes it.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, right?
Yeah,
Don't
feels
really
weird
give
to
a
waste
crap.
this heal.
But I want the 4/5 out there more.
Yeah, you definitely put the 4/5 out there. The thing is, if you kill it, you can Guardian Og Merchant the next turn, maybe.
Yeah. Do you want to kill it or not? Kind of just want to push the face.
Yeah, let's just go face.
Time waits
A
for no
clear
one.
guardian
All right,
for
good
a
heal, good
clear.
heal.
Tazdingo! Yes!
All right.
So you want to Og Merchant it, hit in, Fire Plume it, go face.
Mm,
The answer is yes.
sure.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
Out of my guard.
I would kill. Yeah, like we were discussing for a bit, right? It's at the end of the day,
Drink of blood.
with some classes,
Drink of
I'd
flesh.
probably kill it with that with warrior. I'm like, eh.
Hit the 1/2, brew this back, put it to kill and kill. That's too much.
Hear me out. Both 2/2s into the 5/4. Go face with 3/3 and living mana.
What to do?
Oh, but the Bog Beam next turn was free,
Yeah,
and the Bone Chewer.
yeah, but you get a lot of tempo, man. That's like a disgusting amount of tempo. Like disgusting amounts of tempo.
I mean, you're right. That was the right move.
The weak shall perish.
What?
Okay, I wasn't playing around that shit, dude. How? All right. I mean, dude, every single time I've recommended this, I've always gotten punished by other class cards that I am not playing around. Like, there's a reason I'm recommending these for these classes. Holy shit, Blizzard.
Well, that's game.
Oh my god. Wait. Yeah, you kind of.
You could, like, not attack it.
But they always die.
Yep. You have no way of saving them. We have no mana. If they die here, Bog Beam is free.
Yeah, great. God damn.
Time waits for
Yeah,
no
there's no
one.
way they always die. You can do it. Yeah, that was game winning for him. But like, here's the thing: I do it against a rogue because it's not a mage, but it turns out to be a mage. I do it against a warrior because it's a warrior, and then of course it ends up being a demon hunter. Like, you could just taunt up and kill off the 2/1.
What? No, you ping it, you give it a rush, and then it can kill off the 2s.
Yeah, you could. Like, it's about how slow or how fast you want to play it. You know?
What to do?
Do you want to rush it? You can rush it. Like,
Nothing else is good?
What to do?
get the free kill. I mean, it's not a free kill.
It's not a free kill because if you don't hit the Bone Druid Vanguard, the 2/6 get 2 hits.
All right. Okay, you can rush it.
We've already lost. We don't have. This is not a deck that can swing like that hard. Like we can get Arbor up the next turn. We still lost. Yeah. Like he still has 7 cards there that have the potential of doing things.
Did we not take an extra damage? Yeah, we took 1 extra damage to the face. Sure. Sure.
You don't pick the one, silly.
Frozen Crusher and Harvest.
Yeah.
Swipe. Nope, it's Arbor up. Earthen Ring, our face, Arbor up, hero power.
Yep.
I think we still
Do we
lose.
still live?
My eyes are open.
No, so this is 7, 8, 9.
For the
We're still
wild.
dead, right? Or
Are we dead?
wait,
Well-
8, 10, 30. No, not yet, not yet.
Okay, you want to kill the 2-1 or the 4-1?
Maybe the 2-1?
I wonder.
Because he has to use the 4-1 to push it into a minion to get the rush that he potentially wants.
I don't care. I don't
Yeah, it's too. Yeah, it's too.
Like he's gonna put us on lethal next turn anyway. We don't have anything in the deck that can like solve it outside of weird generation. And our generations only generate spells. And we would need to generate a not spell.
Yeah, I don't think Druid has spells that really affect this situation. Okay, well, sure.
I mean, we're dead right now, no matter what, so we gotta do this.
Yeah. Yep. We're dead.
Well played.
I mean, God, that was so freaking stupid. That was like the not like the one card in the class that could save him. That was like the one card in the game that was like game winning for him. And obviously,
well, no, there's a lot of cards in the game that would be game winning for him, right? They're just not like warrior cards.
yeah. Okay, so that thing, like that was the one thing in which he completely locked us out, and he kills everything, but not on his turn. So he doesn't give us any mana for us
That's
to use.
true. That's true. Yeah, he can't.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
because if he killed everything, it wouldn't have been that bad.
If he kills everything, that's not that bad because we still get to be on the board,
Yeah,
but we
you're
don't.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna keep it all, and I'm gonna coin out the Youthful Brewmaster.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Well, I mean, if he kills the Youthful Brewmaster, we're
Pushing
dead.
forward to face. So you're Daniel. You're focusing so much on the 1 attack 3 drop and your perceived impact that it had when no, like the only thing that mattered was the freaking like what was it, living mana into the stupid 2/6 deal, like, you know, AoE thing. Like,
Yeah,
let's not lose
Daniel,
sight
your
of-
play made no impact in the game.
yeah,
Neither
let's
did
not-
our play on that turn. It's just irrelevant.
Yeah, let's not attribute things and be like, well, that was wrong. It's like, no,
It's not like that wasn't even incrementally worse. It was literally 0% worse. Or better. Yo! He's fully on top
that card
decks.
staying on board. So you got to get real comfortable with cards staying on the board. I think that's one of the last things that you want to work on.
Perfect.
Is
Adorable.
well.
Drop the 1/1.
yeah, drop the 1/1. We going. Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just like, if we're gonna take lessons away from that game, we
There are
should
no lessons to
not.
take.
I mean, there are none, but we definitely shouldn't
Is
take
it cold
that as a
in
lesson. It's
the
like, okay, great, we lost. By the way, how did he even get that?
Get what?
The taunt demon thing.
What? Oh, he had information. We don't want him to have extra cards, so we Earthen Ring Farseer, or we can trade with the hero power. I'd say we just Earthen Ring Farseer.
You just Earthen Ring and then you go.
Eyes are open.
No, like, how did our past opponent like generate
Yeah,
that
he had
thing?
information. The card in formation.
Oh, in formation. I was like, what information? In formation. Yeah. Uh-huh. Great. Lessons to not get board cleared easy. Yeah, I know. Just don't get board cleared.
Don't get board cleared with like cards your
yeah,
opponent don't
but
have
it was-
access to.
It's crazy. It's like it's the only board clear,
Yeah.
and you guys can tell me that forces us to clear on our turn so that we don't have.
Oh, he
access
discarded
to
his
mana.
Jiraxxus. I don't care. That Jiraxxus.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, is Jiraxxus even? Is Jiraxxus even? Oh man. You're just chomping, right? Yeah, you're chomping. Yep, chomp.
Next turn, we might Nature Studies and Groundskeeper to reduce the cost of Arbor Up, so that the turn afterwards we can Prize Vendor and Arbor Up.
Why do you call?
So where
know
does
what
the
our
magic
Valentine's
come
Day.
from?
Iggy, not taking you to the pound yet.
The Groundskeeper Rocket Og Merchant it, and it'll still be alive, and then our 5/2
It'll still be alive.
can like hang out, I guess.
Just hang out. Yeah,
I
It's-
wonder.
fine.
No, I think in Nature Studies and just put the Groundkeeper out there and keep the 5/2 stealth.
Fine. Okay, do it. Just find something.
Solar Eclipse.
Solar Eclipse. You got yes. Oh my god.
We now don't
Oh
heal
my
anymore.
God.
garden for a clear
Warrington was Iggy.
Yeah, we don't heal anymore. Oh noes.
These old foes just keep moving.
Okay.
All right.
So we
do it?
can Rocket Solar Eclipse, Rocket Og Merchant.
No,
and then
no. You once you Solar Eclipse, the Arbor Up goes back to 5 mana.
Oh, right. You're
So
right.
no, you can't do.
I wonder.
They
like-
just Solar Eclipse and Arbor Up.
Yes.
I'll pop it.
Yeah, I'll just pop it. Prevented. Yeah. Prevented something bad from happening.
That was nasty. We're barely ahead on the board.
Yeah, this isn't as this isn't that.
And we have no
good.
cards. He just got really far ahead.
Yeah, it's not that good. I mean, it's good, but it's not that good.
Yeah, Raven says, I always underestimate the amount Audic needs to be babysat. I'm just not good at doing simple things. I'm only good at doing things that require a lot of thought. If it's something that requires no thought for regular people, I'm probably really bad at it. I need it to require at least a moderate amount of thought, and then I'm okay. Light of Hand says, do you ever not pop the taunt? You might. You keep it unstealth, right? And then your board deals with it pretty well. And then your 9/1 doesn't die. He's gonna blow it all up. That's fine. Had the Hellfire all along, I see.
I see. Turtle or Murloc? Which one
Turtle.
first?
Probably Turtle.
All right, fine. Turtle.
Beetleberries, my favorite.
Alright.
Yeah.
Prize vendor.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna do that with the landscape, right? You don't care about killing that, right?
Yeah, I don't care about the 1/1. Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna Frost Ellie the 3/3 and
Yeah,
hero
yeah.
power the 1/1.
Right, right. I'm just thinking about how are we gonna get screwed this time? What's gonna happen? It's not gonna be a Warlock card if this trend holds up. All right, Rogue, Blizzard, Warrior with the whatever stupid AOE taunt thing. Oh my God. The 2/5 Death Rattle doesn't trigger. Yeah, if he does like the 2/5 plus School Spirits or something, that would be insane. That would be insane.
No, okay. Wait, what?
What?
Is he gonna kill it? Oh, he got it.
Oh, wait, that could have been discarded.
Mm-hmm. You had to take the chance. I think we have to swipe.
Okay, so hear me out here. You rush the Crusher into the 6/4
Uh-huh.
so that you can go face, and that sets up lethal with the swipe next turn.
How does it set up lethal? Oh, you go face with the hero power too, and then you're counting the hero power for the lethal? I'm not counting a hero power for the lethal. No. I'm not doing that.
Otherwise, he only has one draw. Otherwise, he's just dead to the swipe.
Yeah, I'm not taking the chance that he has a taunt and ruins everything. That's not how this is gonna be.
Time waits for no one.
But then you have living mana. Oh man. All right. So you're just gonna rely on the living mana? We could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Kill off the demon. Alright. I look forward to this.
Yay, it worked! Like, it should have worked every time, with like maybe a 10% chance of failure, maybe 15 at most, given the swinginess of the meta, and it's failed like 2 out of 3 times.
We won the one where he blizzarded as well, because
Blizzard is not that bad.
Clearing isn't that bad. Forcing us to clear on our turn is bad.
Blizzard just matches it, right? Like, you spent 5 mana, right? He spent 6 mana, 7 actually with the evocation. And then he kills, like, I think 1 more minion. Like, it's fine.
Let the games begin. I must protect the world.
I'm not keeping this Og Merchant.
Yeah, I don't keep it.
Okay, so we're just gonna lose this one the normal way.
Whew. That's a yikes, man.
Gotta say, this has been some weird run.
That's a yikes, dude.
I still can't believe he had that Demon Hunter card. We were so happy. So freaking happy. Jane says, excited to get back into Battlegrounds, ADWCTA? We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do it next week exactly. No 2-drop. But I'll definitely do it. So I'm taking off the first week of March. That'll probably be when I do it.
Oh, wow. ADWCTA BGs. It's back, guys.
Okay, by the way, guys, for those of you who have played Disco Elysium, is it a game? I'm definitely going to play it. Also, he has this card. Like, Golden Imprisoned Phoenix. Is it a game where I can buy it on the PC and play it on the PC, and then also buy it on the Switch and play it there? Like, basically, is there like a lot of replay value to it that I would want to play it multiple times? Or is it kind of like a more or less one and done, or 1+ and done?
You just drop the thing and go face.
Yeah. Then that pops out, and then we get destroyed. But
and you get to destroy that and kill off something else. Yes. Hopefully, I don't know.
So yeah, anyone in chat play Disco Elysium? It was like the Hades of like 2017 or something, and they're coming out this summer with a Switch version that has full voiceovers, and they're free upgrading anyone with the PC version with full voiceovers, which I'm very interested in. Oh god. That's scary. The hell? Who are these people?
Okay. We're dead.
What? Just Tiger?
Yeah, just Tiger, but this is not great. Not great.
Swipe hero. Swipe the 2/3, hero power down to 3/2.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, we missed a 2-drop, and he got a ridiculous combo in. I'm not even quite sure how he got the combo in, but boy did he get the combo in. Arbor Up doesn't do anything. He's been holding cards since forever. Bone Chewer probably won't stand, but I don't really see another option.
Yeah, you got a Bone Chewer, I think. I think you have to Bone Chewer. We're gonna have to rely on Bone.
You could Groundskeeper your face and hero power the 1/1.
And then he just eats it.
And then you Fire Plume and do
with
other things.
What? Yeah, do other things. That's a problem.
The Bone Chewer doesn't like match up against it. Yeah,
well,
fine.
it does with the Fire Plume. Like, and I think we're gonna have to rely on this thing at some point, anyways, right?
That's true.
If we're gonna have to rely on it, then let's just rely on it now.
Yeah, fair.
Because if it's gonna be a polymorph, we have nothing to actually bait it out. It's gonna be this thing.
Yeah.
So.
Planets and stars.
You gonna ping it?
Power for the taking.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
I wonder.
You got some options here.
What are our options, quick?
So you could Fire Plume the 3/2.
What to do?
You could also just hit into the 3/1 and then heal the taunt.
No, we're healing our face.
Okay, but you could also just hit into the 3/1 anyways, because that prevents the 5/6 from.
Hit what into the 3/1?
You can just do your move. It's fine. Like,
You were way too slow. That was.
All right.
I dare you!
Want to trade into 5/6 and then heal Vanguard?
We need to heal on our face. Like if he has a Pyroblast, if he has something.
Okay.
Flame Strike. Fine. We're gonna have to trade in. Good. I think we survived it.
Yep. Like, you don't want to kill off the 5/6 when you can actually remove attack on the board.
Youthful Prize Vendor Arbor Up.
Yes. Yes.
Drink with me, friend.
Arbor Up.
Just Arbor Up.
These all top decks.
Just Arbor Up. Just get things. Just do things. Get things. Oh.
Oh my god, really? Okay, well we're healing our face.
Alright, okay.
We Frozen Crusher that, and then we heal our face, and then we Frozen Crusher.
Wait. Okay, if we heal our face,
Fine.
Okay, it is fine. It is fine. He doesn't get to Pyro.
Business is booming.
4/4 into the 3/4.
Yes.
Watch double fireball.
Yeah. right?
These are his last 4 top decks, by the way. So it's not like he's been planning this, except for the fact that he probably has a bunch of removal in his deck. Can't double fireball anymore.
It is true.
Flame Strike incoming? Yeah, that would not be good. But not much we can do about it. Frost Nova into ping to Pyro? Yeah. Okay, 5, 5, 5. It's pretty good. Pretty good at 5. We hit it. I think we can hit 6, but that's just me.
Malfurion versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
Okay, Forager Earthen.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel says, nice recovery in the last game. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that heal to the face did anything or not, but it felt useful when he started just going face.
Yeah, definitely did. I'm okay.
Yeah, we're
playing
pretty.
it. Yeah, this is fine. Like, if you look at how you're gonna get use out of the Og Merchant, it's not anytime soon.
Yep. Don't do it. Don't Og Merchant is back. That's fine. We traded an Og Merchant for
Cool. Great. And a damage.
and 1 damage. I'll take Sneaky. Actually,
Yeah.
no, Sneaky's much better.
No, you go with the sneaky.
Perfect curve, good start. I don't know how good of a curve Earthen Ring is. Or Tortolin, for that matter.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Okay, Worgen do nothing.
Worgen, yep. Alright, well, Worgen's just gonna die.
Not if we can kill it first. The Worgen, I mean.
Yeah, you're gonna Fire Plume your meh.
Yeah, I guess. Throw the 3-1 in, Fire Plume.
Yeah, fine. This game decides hay distribution? Yeah, it does. This is for everything.
What do you mean this game decides hay distribution? I thought we already made it.
No, it was 6. Remember I said 6?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh no. No, I wish I had that ping. Tortolin Earthen.
Tortolin first. See what we get, right?
Okay, here's another thing. We could just ping it and then play the special for Liquid.
New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah, but
Like,
the
ping it,
Tortolin already.
trade.
Yeah, you could ping it trade, but then isn't the Tortolin just like?
My favorite.
Like I just want to see what we get here, right?
Okay, do you want to ping it and trade?
Sure, we can do it. Got Gruul.
Business is booming!
Okay. You could hero power taunt.
Yep. Bad though. What do you think about prize vendor spectral hero power? Save the taunt, essentially heal later.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, for potential heal, I'm okay with that.
Because we're gonna need this heal.
Our hand is also just crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Hero power, and then put down the.
For the wild.
Yeah, the hand is just crappy, which is why like I want to draw in the first place, and drawing more is good because our hand is crappy. That's the problem with our deck. It's not great if we're behind.
We'll be fine. It wasn't that big.
Okay.
3 block being through the hero power and trading in and steward. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Please steward first.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Because then you don't need to use your face.
Oh yeah. Good call.
See the.
Oh, you have a wrap too.
I thought you reckon. Anyways.
We can
Are we
bod
gonna-
beam and wrath, and that'll clear it, or we can take the arbor up.
Well, no. You can't target the fairy dragon.
Oh, okay. So we might as well take the arbor up then, because we're bod
Yes.
beam anyway.
Yeah. Yes.
Time waits for no one.
I'll wriggling horror this.
Yeah. I think you just wriggling horror it. Like you're protecting the 4/4 as well, so
Mm-hmm.
it's good.
You could full clear, right? Yeah, no, we could have still full cleared if you double hit that and thrown the 3/1 into the 3/2. That was an option if we didn't take the arbor up.
Yeah, but you could also take the arbor up.
Yeah. I like that it triggers the groundkeeper too.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to do it next turn.
I wonder.
You don't have to. Or you just do the Earthen Ring Arbor up.
Mm-hmm.
Time waits for no one.
Whoa.
All right, cool. Oh, not cool. Oh, not cool. Oh, not cool.
Prize vendor, hope for the best.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Give us the lunar eclipse, please.
Nope.
Uh,
Adorable infestation and arbor up.
Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, you actually wait. No. You could groundskeeper and then adorable infestation, like the 2/3, and then play the other 1/1. Right? I guess that's better. That's more potential, and you get to use the heal, and you have more
can
initiative
save it.
with
You
the
have more heal later on.
Yeah.
You get more tempo if you arbor up with the adorable infestation. You get 4 things on the board.
You get 4 things. Okay.
Time waits for no one.
I don't think it matters. I think we lose even if we were able to deal 2 damage to that thing.
We had to kill that thing off. Another 8-drop. Which one does he want to use?
I brought enough for everyone.
Doesn't want to use any of them. Okay. Okay. Can Gruul take us home?
No. No chance.
Oh boy.
Hey, loser!
All right. Well, it dies to the board.
Out of your depths.
Oh.
I can see.
Okay.
That was someone we faced over 20 times. I'm not sure it was a sniper or just someone that plays a lot of arena though. Like, haven't seen this person in a while.
Well, barely missed. Fine. No boys get paid. All right, let's see what the next class is.
He did emote a bit. But see, he knows who we are. We faced him over 20 times. I just mean, like, it may not be someone who was, like, purposefully sniping into us. Because the frequency is not, like, of a ridiculous, like there are people who've literally queued into us, like, 50 times over the course of the last 2 years. Like, we've seen this guy, like, 20 times, period, but in the last, like, year, not much at all.
It's Rogue.
They'll never see it coming.
Okay. We will do Rogue next week. I mean, that's about where that deck was going to take us. The deck was in iffy territory throughout, and we had 2 very bad RNG losses, right?
All right. Yep. Everyone's grass disappeared. Remember, guys, grass is going away. Remember that, okay? So get whatever you need to get out of your grass or forever hold your peace. It's going away.
All right.
You guys have 2 more weeks from now. If you want to get your shirts, get your shirts. If you want to get your whatever, get your whatevers.
So I think that's the problem with Druid. Like, we drafted a mediocre deck, it performed mediocrely. You see a lot of times in which we had to get lucky in order to get the win, and then anytime we didn't get lucky, we would just lose because our decks don't quite compete with the decks that are there. Like, you can high roll a Druid deck, but the average Druid deck is really quite crappy. And we don't have a bad deck by Druid standards. We just have a bad deck. Because Druids have... like, you can look at the win rates, but the win rates are bolstered by these insane, like, high roll decks. It's a very split kind of class. And if you try to draft high roll and you don't get it, you just end up with a bad deck, too. I'm not a big fan of Druid in this meta. It's... like, the normal Druid is not that good. The high roll Druid is just bad for the meta because there's very little you can do about it, right? It's like the big finale or whatever the mage 8 mana card is that summons all the elementals. Like, it's just bad for the meta. I don't care how good of a card it is. It may not be that much more broken than the other broken cards, but all right. Well, are you gonna stick around or?